Someone on the forum asked to see how we would take some text and basically punch a big rectangular hole in the center of it so things could be added sort of floating in the middle of the text. And this was opposed to just splitting the text down the center and spreading it apart because that person felt that she didn't like the way that that looked. So I'm going to show you the best way to do that, and that's using the text as artwork. And the way to do that is to use true type text. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click in here to get some text. I'm just going to use the word Texas, T-E-X-A-S. I'm going to make it in all caps. I'm going to change the type from normal to true type. And I'm going to change the font to Arial Black so it's nice and bold. And I'm going to change the size to about 1.5 inches so that it's a decent size. So there's our Texas. If we look over here, we see that this is text. Now really this is artwork, but right now Floriani is treating this as a special kind of artwork, which is text artwork. It's trying to keep it together as text. So if we click on it with the text tool, we still have all of our text editing controls. In fact, let me just slide the A over here a little bit, and that gives you an idea of some of the text editing things we can still do with it. Important point about this is that since it's still treating it as text, we can't use any of our artwork controls, and specifically what we want to use with this is our trim command right here, but it's grayed out. We can't use it right now. But it's also important to get this text set up exactly the way we want it, because in order to manipulate it to do what we want next, we're going to have to get rid of the fact that Floriani's treating this as text, and I'm going to show you how we do that. The first thing we do is select it with the normal selection tool. Then we're going to right click on it and we're going to select break up text. And now if we look at what's going on here, we actually have individual artwork pieces for all the letters. And what we really want to do is we still want to treat this as one big text object. So the way we're going to do that is select them all by selecting right here, or you could draw a box around it or do Control A. But we're going to use our combine icon here to combine these artworks into one. So now if we look what we have, we just have one artwork piece that's all of these characters, which is what we want. Next we're going to take our artwork tool and we're going to select rectangle, and we're going to draw our box that we want to cut out. And I'm just going to draw an arbitrary box here, and we're just going to position it right there. And that artwork is now on top, which is what we want. And what we want to do now is select both of them. So I'm going to control click on the second artwork over here in my sequence view. And then right here you can see my trim tool is now lit up, so I can now trim the two. So it's going to take the top box here and use it like a cookie cutter to trim out the middle of the word Texas there. So when I press this button, you see that it trims that out. Now I don't actually need this box anymore, so I'm going to select it and then I'm going to delete that box. So now there's my word Texas with the hole in the center, and all that remains is to convert this into stitches. It's still combined into one object, so we can just click anywhere on it. We can right click and say convert to, and let's pick a complex fill stitch, and that will convert it to a complex fill. If I turn it into 3D, you can see how that goes. Okay, so you can see now that because of the fact that it's still a combined object, we've got all these jump stitches flying all around in between here, and this would not sew out very well. So in order to fix that, all we really need to do is select it, and we're going to break it back apart. So we're going to select the break apart icon here, and that will automatically go in and clean up all of the jump stitches for us. So that's how you would make a box in the center of text using the artwork tool and then converting into stitches.